Everybody was wondering, is this ever going to happen? And then when he came out on the Pat McAfee show and said he wants to play for the Jets, then you hear Craig Carton come out with this crap saying that he got an email from somebody, a good source from the San Francisco 49ers saying that the 49ers are going to make a run at him, which was absolute crud. And then you were hearing stories that he could go to Tennessee, which was never going to happen because they're planning to trade Derrick Henry sometime before the draft or during the draft to get prospects or draft stock. So they're rebuilding. And they're trying to possibly move out Tannehill, draft a quarterback in this year's draft. Maybe they move up and get Richardson if he falls. Aaron Rodgers was the story going into this offseason. If he was going to retire like Tom Brady and J.J. Watt did, or was he going to move forward as a 40-year-old quarterback if he believes he could still play? And tonight, or today, this afternoon, when he spoke at the Jets press conference, he said, I wouldn't be playing if I didn't believe I could play at a high level. I wouldn't have taken this challenge if I didn't believe I could play at a high level. And he was very quick for answers. He can handle the press out here. If there's any quarterback in the NFL could handle scrutiny, it is Aaron Rodgers. How much scrutiny has Aaron Rodgers dealt with for the last 5-6 years with the COVID, with his foot situation, everything that he has said off topic of the NFL and football, and then hanging out in the darkness, smoking whatever he wants to smoke in the offseason. Aaron Rodgers is not afraid of what the press thinks of him or anybody thinks of him. And that's what makes Aaron Rodgers clear to play in New York, because over the last couple of years, really since Vinny Testaverde, all these quarterbacks couldn't handle the scrutiny. Brett Favre couldn't handle the scrutiny. When the Jets were 8-3, playing the Patriots on Thursday Night Football and he hurt his shoulder, he couldn't handle the crap that the press was throwing at him after he lost consecutive games for the Jets and then had to sit out because of his shoulder. Then he went to Minnesota and went all the way to the NFC title game. And somebody at the press conference brought up the whole Brett Favre thing and said, what are your thoughts to going another Green Bay quarterback, a Hall of Fame Green Bay quarterback, going to the same team, jumping ship and going to the same team and possibly not failing like the other quarterback? And he said, listen, me and Brett have had this conversation in the past. So not to go to the Jets, but in the past, possibly moving on and playing for another organization. And I don't think Brett Favre cares right now where Aaron Rodgers is because he could be heading to jail. But nevertheless, when you sit here and you look at the position that the Jets are in right now, you should be excited. I don't care about the odds of Vegas. I don't care what anybody or any Jet or Jet hater feels about Aaron Rodgers heading to the Jets. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if Aaron Rodgers believes he is the missing piece to this organization, to this team of winning another Super Bowl, as he said, the one trophy is missing another one, pretty much what he said today at the press conference. It means he's coming here to do one thing, and that's to win another Super Bowl with the New York Jets. They have already agreed before he signs this contract that he will only cost $15.5 million this year. He's helping the Jets out. Now, the Jets could have given him the $58 million right now, but that would hurt the Jets in re-signing Quinnen Williams and maybe adding other pieces. So his agreement to the Jets is he will take less this year to spread it out to give the Jets the opportunity to bring in players that can help them now. Everybody thinks the Jets got fleeced. The Jets gave up a second-round draft pick next year, and if Aaron Rodgers plays 65% of the snaps, which he will, 65, they're probably going to give up a late first-round draft pick. And if you look at it, it's probably, if the Jets have a good season, they win 11 to 12 games, it'll probably be 26 or 27, which is practically a second-round pick. So I understand why everybody thinks that the Jets got fleeced. They got a Hall of Fame quarterback that I believe played with a broken thumb last year. He wasn't at 100% and still threw over 30, almost 3,700 yards, still led the NFC with 24 touchdowns. As far as his quarterback rating was probably the lowest he's ever been in the last five or 6 years, but still had a pretty good quarterback rating at 91.